What's up, everybody? Wolverine is dead. A moment of silence. Here to tell me all about it is IGN LA comics editor Joshua. Hey, Joshua. No, Joshua, it's gonna be okay. It's comics. He'll be back, I'm sure.
I'm sorry. I'm a little caught up. He's gone.
Rest in peace, Logan. Joshua, what did you think of it? I mean, you finished the issue, you put it down. How did you feel about the death of Wolverine?
Yeah, I thought it was a little anticlimactic.
Yeah.
When you think of Wolverine, you think he's taken on so many like dangerous villains and like all these like he's such a badass, but he pretty much went down to a lab accident. I thought he was gonna die in a duel to the death with Sabretooth or something. But after getting over that, I kind of thought it was great how he died sacrificing himself to save another group of people from becoming living weapons, just like him. He could have used those healing serums, if you remember, on himself, but he put those people before himself. So he went out as a hero in the end, which was pretty cool. And also, like, throughout the story, we got to see all the different sides of Wolverine, like the tracker and the samurai and the big brother. So all in all, on a symbolic level, it hit the right notes. I really did want it to be more personal in the end, with Dr. Cornelius isn't really the bad guy I expected to be there when Wolverine finally died. Overall, all in all, I think it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I was on the similar page with you, right? You're going through it and you're expecting, all right, oh, here's Sabretooth, oh, here's Viper, they're going to get into it, something crazy is about to happen. And then, yeah, at the end you get those panels of like his life flashing before his eyes as he goes through those iconic moments all pop up. And then, yeah, he doesn't use the serum on himself. He uses it to save these people. It's like, all right, like I guess that should be like the whole full circle of Logan, right? From going from being such a selfish, horrible person to being somebody who would give his life for everybody.
Yeah, and so he was born in Weapon X, not born literally, but that's where Wolverine, with all the metal, was born of Weapon X, and so for him to die in another Weapon X facility was very symbolic, full circle.
So now, you talked about it in your thing, I talked about it in my thing. What did you think about the way they did use the villains who popped up? I mean, Sabretooth does appear, now granted, not the way I think either you or I thought, but he does pop up. Were you happy that these people popped in?
I'm glad we did get to see like Sabretooth, obviously looking as monstrous as ever.
Yeah.
And Viper, Lady Deathstrike, obviously Dr. Cornelius from Weapon X, Shogun, like the Demon Soul Shred from Wolverine, was pretty cool. All expected additions. But when I saw like American flag face guy, I was like, what is he doing there? There were some big omissions like Mystique and his son Daken, who are huge parts of his legacy that weren't there. So that was a little disappointing not to see them. But all in all, it was just everyone sort of had their moment. They appeared, and the people who counted, I guess, were there.
Now, you say the people who counted, what does that mean for Kitty Pryde then? She's really the only other hero who pops up in the book. We don't get to see him say goodbye to Jean. We don't get any of these other crazy things, right? Any other real X-Men. Were you happy that it was just Kitty? Could you have gone for more?
I actually think it was good because Kitty and Wolverine go way back. Like, he took a liking to her, and she sort of felt like he was like his big brother, and they became sort of this cool like team of like the young like new X-Men girl with sort of the rough and scrappy Wolverine, and so they have like a really long history. So I thought it was great. Of all the other Marvel characters who could have had a role in the death of Wolverine story, his final story for now. I thought it was great that Kitty Pryde was there. And I will say this, that she actually stole the best moment from Wolverine, because when she like sort of phase punched Lady Deathstrike's hand and her hand exploded, that was awesome.
That was really, really cool. Yeah, 120%. Now, you joked about it there. You said for now. Well, exactly. It's comic books. Everybody comes back from the dead. For right now in the death of Wolverine timeline, what is the aftermath? What's the immediate repercussions of this? What do we see next?
There's a bit of mystery surrounding that new Weapon X program that we saw. Mm-hmm. So Marvel is using the death of Wolverine to actually launch a whole new set of stories, and there's going to be 2 miniseries that spin right out of it. One being called the Weapon X program, where we learn more about that mystery. And another one's called the Logan Legacy, where the people most deeply affected by Wolverine's death are like we touch upon and we visit them and like see what's up, see how they take the news. And then just at New York Comic Con, they announced Wolverines, like plural. I thought for sure that we were going to get just a new Wolverine, someone who picks up the mantle, like how Dick Grayson became the new Batman when Batman died.
Right.
But it's going to be Sabretooth, Mystique, X-23, his female clone, Lady Deathstrike, and his son Dakin, sort of picking up where Wolverine left off. So now instead of 1 Wolverine, we have 5.
Oh, all right. Well, we upgraded. That's fine. I can live with that. So the big question, Joshua, you're the comics expert. How long is Wolverine really dead? How long is he going to be dead and not be popping up in every gosh darn Marvel book?
It's hard to say with these things. Generally, I feel like the rule is about a year. Spider-Man died for a year, Batman died for about a year, Captain America about a year, and those were all big notable heroes, just like Wolverine. So I say give it a year or more. A lot of people are divisive about Wolverine. They either love him or they really hate him, and there's this ongoing joke that Wolverine's in every book, and he's like in the Avengers, and he's like an X-Men title, then a spin-off X-Men title, in his own like Wolverine series. So now those people are finally get what they want. It's a Marvel universe with no Wolverine. So enjoy it while you can. Like I know the first comment on this video is going to be this doesn't matter because Wolverine's gonna come back. So, but save your comment. That's not the point. Like it's celebrating Logan's legacy, which is great, and just seeing like how would he die, and like so this is a story of that, which I thought was pretty cool. I didn't call that. I didn't see it happening. Death by statue.
Right. Yeah. That's the final point I want to make with you. I thought that was super weird. That like he just dies. Who's gonna find him that way? Will they understand what had happened? Why didn't his head get caved in by anybody?
Yeah, how do you piece that together, that he saved some people by slashing machinery, got doused, walked out, and then died in the beautiful sunset as a Wolverine statue? I don't know.
It was touching. Well, Joshua, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Greg.
Ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of the death of Wolverine? Let us know in the comments. Then make sure you share this video with your friends. And then, for everything about the return of Wolverine, which it can't be that far away, stick here on IGN.